All right, guys, this brand is back with the 13th edition of this sneaker line. And per usual, they've thrown everything they've got into this thing without breaking the bank. For 150 bucks, you get it all. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on not just one pair, but two. The first of which is a brand new performance model from the Outsole line. It's their 13th edition. And the second of which is a bring back or a retro of a shoe that honestly I didn't know was coming back, and I am super happy that it is. So these potential bad boys right here are the Wade Outsole 13. The packaging is really freaking cool, I gotta say. You've got this whole moon landing theme, Apollo 13, the 13th model. It says right here, mission number 13th of the Outsole, which I thought was pretty creative. Obviously, they've transferred this theme over to the shoe, which I think was maybe a little too much, at least from a visual standpoint, but man, they're trying something different, so whatever. But I love that there's the footprint on the landing of the moon. I just think it's really cool. I love this outsole, by the way. We'll talk about that in just a second. And yeah, I just think that this is a neat one, man. Like, this is pretty dope. I like that when I put this on the top too. I could just line it right up. Boom, right there. You couldn't see that, but I could. It was cool. To me, I'm a weird guy though.
I'm a fun guy.
I'm just a chill guy. I like that. I like that meme. That's like the coolest meme for me.
Well, I was not doing that one.
I'm just a chill, fun, what? Fun, chill guy?
No, I'm a fun guy.
Like the dog? Like that?
No,
Just a happy?
No.
Yeah, no, what are we
Never
talking?
mind. I don't want to do this anymore.
It's too early. I am hopped up on Celsius, so I'm feeling fine.
Isn't that what he said?
Who?
What's his face?
You can't say we're not doing this anymore and then go right back into it. What are we talking about? Seth Rogen?
No.
What the f
The
was that?
other laugh. He's a basketball player.
Oh, Kawhi?
Yeah.
Different brand.
Isn't he a fun guy?
He is a fun guy. Jesus.
You left me out to
Bro,
dry so
I'm
hard.
on a different thing altogether. I'm on a different planet.
Wait, are you Kyrie?
It's
On
not
a different
flat.
planet?
It's not flat. It's not flat. Let's not do that. People get weird with that.
No, not from here.
That's LaMelo.
We can do so many.
Let's
Who
not.
are you?
Let's not. Okay? You're gonna get me confused.
Oops, sorry.
So starting off with the outsole, they are using the brand's GCU rubber, and GCU stands for Ground Control Unit. This is basically what they're considering groundbreaking technology in terms of rubber outsoles, mostly because this is not exactly rubber, it's a polyurethane compound. So I believe it's new to the market. I don't hear about a lot of outsoles that are made like this. And if we're just talking about the way that it feels, like it feels tacky as hell. So whether you're indoors or outdoors, this should be good to go. You can see that the pattern itself is herringbone. It's just segmented into all these little different flex squares, so there's going to be lots of flexibility in the front, which you're going to need because there is a lot of stuff going on in here. That's one of the things that I'm always just kind of impressed with the brand itself, like the Wade brand, and even just Li-Ning products in general, is that much like the other guys, they do have models that, you know, retail for like crazy amounts of money, and you're kind of like, why? Like, why does it cost so much? And then they got shoes like this where I'm like, why would anybody even consider the more expensive shoe when this thing's literally got everything in it and it's more like moderately priced? So I don't know, maybe there's something into the other ones that I'm just not seeing, but like as a consumer, a general consumer and a basketball player on top of that, I would like go for this over something that would cost me $200+ unless it like makes me freakishly athletic. There is one thing about the outsole that I do think is a little weird. It's right here in the back of the heel. This whole moon thing that I was talking about with the box, like it extends to the product. The rear right here, while it's interesting, it's a very interesting sculpt. It's there for a purpose too. Obviously, it's like a heel counter and everything like that, but this thing is made out of foam, and this actually wraps down into this section, but it's only the border. The insert there is still that GCU rubber. So I just thought that was strange. Now the cushion, again, for the price, like when we're comparing this to the main brands that we see out there in this space, and I'm just talking about the basketball category, not footwear overall, they're doing it better than everybody, bro. Like they're giving you the most bang for your buck in terms of cushion. They've got full length boom in there, which is one of their best foams. It's something that they use in multiple different versions of their models. And again, having it full length, like for the price and everything like that, in comparison to other places, by places I mean brands, tell me where you're getting the most bang for your buck. It's right here. It's so weird. Now that Boom midsole is actually exposed on the medial side. It's hard to see. This tonal pair right here is like everything is one color and it matches. But it's just hard to see like the actual components when they do something like this. While I don't love like the crazy colors where like everything's a different color, I do like when you can physically see like, oh, that's the cushion, that's the torsion plate, that's the rubber. But either way, it's right here. You can see it poking through on the bottom. They have left it unpainted there, so I thought that was an interesting move. And then it does poke through on the lateral side just a little bit. It's like this whole piece right here. This whole structure of the shoe is very interesting, and that's the part that I really wish was in different colors so that people could see it better. The two colors that they're offering right now are just like this. It's this pair that's kind of like that Chicago flag looking look. And then there's this weird green pair, similar upper though with that stingray pattern and all that stuff, but both have been tonal. So I'm interested to see what they've got coming next. But either way, the cushion feels great. And on top of that is a supercritical insole. Literally, they spell it out for you. I'm not gonna say that this is a fantastic insole in terms of support, but they do have plenty of that built into the shoe. So I think in terms of cushion, I think this is great. Like this is gonna be an insole that is gonna like feel really good. It's gonna give you stepping comfort, but it's not going to bottom out super fast. This is a good performance package right here.
That's high praise.
Now the upper is fully synthetic. It's very interesting. I'm just gonna post a screenshot from their site just so that you can read their specific verbiage for it, because I am not about to pronounce that or attempt to. That would be disastrous. But basically the way that they describe it is that it's an upper technology that enhances wear resistance and temperature tolerance through a polymer winding cross-linking while also improving comfort. Now, if you're confused like I am, what I believe that that is, based off of what I could see, is that there's a base layer and it's very thin. It looks like it's just a crosshatch mesh. You can kind of see it poking through the toe, and then you can kind of see it poking through the medial perforations and stuff. And what I believe that they've done is added a very thin synthetic TPU to it, so like a skin fuse, if you will. So it's very thin, it's very form-fitting, it's super flexible, but also strong. I don't think that it's gonna take much break-in time, so I think that that's what they're talking about, is that there's strength in there, but there's also flexibility and things like that. So a little bit of a weird way to word everything, but they gotta make it sound fancy. I do really like the toe rand though. I don't know if this is gonna be the same type of material on every pair, but this one has kind of like this weird texture to it. I don't know if that's in reference to the moon landing thing, but it just feels good. Like it feels like it's going to be very durable for toe drags and stuff like that, especially outdoors. Now, in terms of overall fit, they do fit true to size, but it is a very snug true to size. So for most, I would say true to size works best. If you have a wide foot, you might want to consider going up half a size, because there's a lot of support features in here, like this little panel right there, that little black dot that you see. That thing is right in your pinky toe zone, so be careful. There's also this crazy like torsion plate in here, which is poking out right here at the bottom. It's very, I wish that these things were different colors, man, but it's like right here, and it wraps all the way underneath, and it's almost full length. They do have a picture of it, so we'll post that here. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing like skimped out on this, which is freaking awesome. And by the way, the original Wade 1 is back in the same color. This is cool, dude. Like, I love these. I think that this is awesome. If you were interested in these, go up half a size. Thank me later.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Is there time for a question of the day, and are we nearing the end of the holiday themed?
Yes, I
Okay.
believe Mondays will be our last one.
Thank goodness. No offense. I'm not trying to Scrooge anybody, but like, let's get some regular questions.
I do have some good ones lined up for after.
Okay.
So to get us through,
The next couple of videos.
yes, we're going on a reflective journey now because we're heading towards the new year.
Is this like a Ghost of Christmas Past type thing?
Kind of, but
Okay.
not. What's the most memorable thing that's happened to you since last Christmas?
The most memorable thing? Can you go first? I gotta think on this.
Mine's kind of cheating, I guess, because it's more so as just being a mom. But I would say our daughter graduating was a
that was
huge
crazy.
thing. You guys don't know, it was a journey to get there, but she did it, and I'm so proud of her. And she's gone on to do a trade school. She just did some finals, and she passed those like really high marks. And then our son,
Oh, that
he made his basketball
Yeah.
team at school.
that for me is a big one.
And in his like league, I don't know, that's what they call it for little kids, yeah?
It's a city league.
A city league. They have a new thing in the program where they're doing all-star events, and he was voted in as one of 2 for his all-star team.
Right.
So that was like a huge deal because, again, both things he just had to do all by himself. It's not like we could do it for him. Same with our daughter. We can't do that for her.
Yeah, the all-star thing where like each coach was able to pick 2 kids from their team to go on to their all-star game, and I didn't want to take on that task because there was a handful of kids where I was like mulling over like who should get it.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to seem biased, but like I've been the one to train this kid, and so like I've seen his growth. And then you came up with the idea of like, oh, let's have the team vote, like the kids vote.
Yeah.
And so we did that, and that was a great idea, and it was cool to see that they all selected him too. So yeah, so that was really dope.
For me personally, I guess it would be our trip to Vegas this year. I have never been to Vegas. We didn't like do huge Vegas-y things. I took my niece to a concert, but it was still like, you never forget your first time going to Vegas. So I had a lot of fun.
I'm glad that you went first because you are refreshing my memory on everything.
It's just, there's no like huge accomplishment for myself, but like I had fun this year and I got to like see our kids have big accomplishments. So.
Right, and that's the thing, like I would agree with our daughter's stuff, I would agree with our son's stuff, I would even throw in, now that you brought it up because I forgot, but like yeah, the Vegas trip was a trip because that was not my first time there. I've been to Vegas plenty of times and I hate it, and I don't say that to offend anybody that lives there or loves it. It's just not for me, you know what I mean? Like it's too hot. I don't do any of the stuff that's there, you know what I'm saying? But this time around I was actually with family. It wasn't just a press trip that I was on for WearTesters, so it wasn't like I'm there working. Usually when I go there for work, I do the event thing and I go right back to my room. With this though, our niece and nephew are who we met up there and stuff because it was for...
Just our niece, our nephew didn't even
Oh, that's
show
right.
up.
Oh, I went with Eric.
Yes.
I thought, my bad. So yeah, this is why I needed her to refresh my memory. It was supposed to be...
Yeah, he was supposed to be there, but he didn't.
Because I made the plans of like, oh, we're gonna hit up these vintage toy shops. And so we did, it just was without my nephew, which I apologize about, but he doesn't watch the video, so whatever.
You're gonna get a call tonight? Excuse me.
I know. But we did that like while you guys did your thing, and I thought that was cool. And then I walked, because what you guys did is we bought tickets for our niece for her Sweet 16, Morgan Wallen tickets, and you and her went together. And then I walked. What was the place called? Was it MGM or was it something else?
It's where the Raiders play. I cannot remember the name of the stadium now.
Okay,
it starts with an A, I think.
We stayed on the opposite end of the strip.
Yeah.
And this is why I say that this was my first time in Vegas, because like I said, I've only gone like out to eat and then back. And this time I opted to like go walk and meet you guys, which was a pretty far walk, I might say. Like
it was like 2 miles.
Something like that, which isn't actually that far, but on the strip it is, because you got to go up and down. And like I said, I've never been actually on the strip. I thought that I had, but apparently I hadn't. I saw things that I never thought I'd see. I had people come try to say things to me, not as
baby.
Yeah, not as like, oh, that's the guy from WearTesters. It was like gross stuff, and I was like, lady, please don't touch me. And yeah, so it was just weird stuff that I seen, and all the lights and all of that stuff. And then in the middle of it all, like there was a torrential downpour with lightning everywhere. Like I was like, this is a weird thing.
Yeah, we had a whole, it was, by then it wasn't raining when we were walking back, but we got to watch lightning all around us.
But yeah, all of the stuff that she said, I would agree. And yeah, and we've made so many videos along the way, and I can't remember like any of them. There's been so many releases. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for everything. I greatly appreciate it. If you wanted to give us your top memory of the year, that would be awesome. If you wanted to give us your top WearTesters video of the year, that would also be awesome, because you would then refresh my memory again. But again, thank you guys for everything. We really appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one. So until then, y'all have a good one, and happy holidays, because I don't know if we are having one more video.
I believe so, before Christmas.
Okay, so yay.